I like the courtyard area. It's very secluded. At first I was thinking, oh, I have the whole deck to myself today. I can talk all I want. But then I realized I am right by the AC, so it's going to be very loud. And you might not even be able to hear me. Great. Okay, hello. So I was trying to find a quiet place where there wasn't music or loud things going on, and this was the best spot, so I might have to do this while I talk. But basically, I wanted to talk about a few things. One was my trip getting here. I have a intriguing story to share. So the story was essentially, I was waiting at the gate for my flight, and a little girl noticed my, oh, you can't see it. I can't adjust the thing. I have really cool, like, things on my wheels. I have really cool colored things. And she pointed them out and she's like, they're so cool. And she was with, I think, her mother and maybe her grandmother, maybe an aunt, because they were in like their late 40s, early 50s. And I didn't have my earbuds in, and I didn't really acknowledge the kid because I don't think she knew that I heard her. And the ladies just went, what an effing ugly chair. People like that just shouldn't be in public. That was the first time I've ever heard that in my life. Actually, believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever heard someone just say that people like me shouldn't be out in public because we are considered ugly. Another thing I'd like to discuss is the hotel I'm staying at. I like to try and discuss how wheelchair accessible things are. And I know everyone's a little bit different. Every wheelchair user is a little bit different. I'm someone who can do pretty much every transfer needed on my own. I'm pretty self-reliant on my arms. So for me, the bathtub situation, I need the roll-in walk-in showers at this point because I almost fell between my wheelchair and the seat in the tub. Other than that though, it's great. I'm in Montebello, so it's nice. It's quiet and I like that. And there's a lot of like nice little quiet seating areas. So that's my little rundown. All right, pick a direction. Which way do we go? This way.
He's an albino bullskin.
You're a sweetheart. Do you want to hold it?
Alright. You look at her, do that nice, big, beautiful smile I know you have.
It's your little noodle.
Jack's better.
What's its name? I'm filming this because this is the most Los Angeles street I've ever seen.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah. The Home Depot. Hello.
My car broken into there. Yep. Oh, say my name.
Chrissy?
Yes.
Oh! So you know sign language?
Yeah, smart girl, I guess.
She said no.
Yes. All of them!
Why were you at McDonald's?
You need.
Saw X was a good movie, Chrissy.
You need.
Oh, just get your slushy. Just get your
You
slushy.
need to have source where the lighting comes from.
There were sources, and the sources were they made them up.
These are you talking about? It's terrifying. Like cutting your leg off. Like
I can't feel it. Put me in a saw truck, babe. I will win so fast.
no, you would win so quickly. It's like me. People ask me all the time, like, can you hear that?
No, actually, I can't. No, but tell me, when was the last time a Saw movie genuinely scared you? Because the point's not to be scared anymore. No, you're lying.
And they just took advantage of the kid, too. It was such a
I thought that
cop-out.
was a great twist.
It was such a cop
Because
out.
you never thought that they were going to put a kid through a saw trap.
Yeah, you do. Of course they're gonna put the kid through the salt trap.
Nuh-uh. When was the last time they ever put a child?
If the kid's not gonna be killed. Like, that's like how horror works.
You name a horror film in the past 2 years where a child actually did end up dying in a horror film.
He was very close to talk to me, and that was very well done.
But did they live?
I don't know.
I'm gonna bet you my entire spinal cord that the kid lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
What?
The movie I watched last night, it's supposed to be sci-fi, and they just brought out the magic out of nowhere. Like, if you...
Yeah, so that was funny. I'm looking and I'm like, okay, we're just at a light. And then I remembered we're on the freeway and we're moving now. And I said, oh, was there maybe an accident up front? So she checks and she goes, yeah, like right in front of us.
we just were looking.
We were just sitting here chatting for like a solid 5-6 minutes at standstill traffic like it was a light. And I thought, oh, we're off the freeway. No, we're in the middle of it. That was fun. Hi.
I did not. I was sure.
Take a direction.
To the ball.
I feel like I'm gonna run into one of them, and I was gonna feel really bad.
Gunshot. Very important.
Oh? Cool. What'd you think of the first one? What'd you think of the first?
Very fun. Very spooky.
She got video because I was pushing, so I couldn't do anything.
Now go to sleep, sweetheart. Daddy has a sweet story to tell you. A world where brothers fight brothers. Where blood runs thicker than nightmares.
Sure, let's find a drink and food.
Have not today.
Yeah.
cheater! Such a cheater!
Your world is becoming smaller, smaller, smaller. You are becoming faint, non-existent, sears forever. In his treated desks with no room for his head. Madness. Body, fear, gripped you.
Get going! Be serious!
Good morning. Okay, so I am leaving this hotel today. I had just woken up like an hour-ish ago, and I wanted to talk about the Knott's Scary Farm that I went to with Chrissy yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was my first time ever going through a haunted house slash haunted maze, if you will. They called them haunted mazes, but they were like haunted houses, at least from what I would see from like friends' videos or just, you know, movies in general. There's nothing really for me to say in regards to once we were actually in the park. The park was awesome. I would love to go again and actually go through all of the mazes. We only made it to 4 out of the 10. So first things first, we had the wrong tickets, but luckily they were very accommodating when we went to the desk and they said, hey, just fill out this form, come back later when the scary part actually opens up, because we got there at 2 p.m. and that thing doesn't start until like 6:45 p.m. The lines weren't long at all. I saw a lot of horror stories about Universal Studios this year and how people were waiting like 4 hours for one maze, and the park wasn't open very long. So that's why we decided to go to Scary Farm, and we weren't waiting like at all. We waited, I think, max 20 minutes. Now that all that cool information's out of the way, I wanted to talk about when we got there we got there a little bit after 7. We were running late and we got there. So one, a lot of the staff before you get into the park were already really, really annoyed. And the park hadn't even been open very long by the time we got there. Really? I tried moving away from the thing, but so we got there and we had to go through the basic security, and we already kind of knew this because we had gotten there earlier. So we knew to go to which line. The person stopped us and checked Christina's bag and said, it's too big, you can't bring it in. Even though we saw people walk by and go into the park with 10 times larger. And they said the same thing for the tote bag that's on the back of my chair. They said, you have to take that back to the car. And I basically told them I can't, I have medical supplies in there, which I do. And they said, okay, can you take out anything that is not medical supplies so we can examine the medical supplies, which I've never had done before. So we removed my jacket, we removed my little tripod thing. I was able to take all this stuff in, by the way. But I have never been to an amusement park where they physically were like going through and asking what each piece of medical supplies was. It was very, very different. And Chrissy's just standing there like, really? Yeah, I've never had that happen before. Even with TSA, they never ask me what each thing does. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, when it comes to theme parks, I believe that the main thing that they're looking for are potential weapons that you could sneak in through bags. And none of my medical supplies looks like any type of weapon you would ever see. They're not. None of them are actual mechanical pieces. None of them are metal. None of them are I don't know how else to really describe what they are. But basically, they don't look like weapons, and they don't look like medicinal things, like medicine. So I was really confused why they were basically questioning why I had each individual item, and I have a lot of the items in there, including some more intimate things. So that was... You're so loud. So that was a brand new experience for me. My experience getting in, like, through the security, but it was weird because it was only those two people were really, really adamant about going through all of my stuff. And by the time I actually got to where the metal detector was, he was like, yeah, you're fine. He was really, really nice. And so I was really confused. It's like, okay, why do you have those people and then why do you have these people literally just like maybe 10, 15 feet away from each other? It was very odd, and they were super nice. They were a little pushy, I would say. I understand safety is a huge concern, especially at a scary event where people can get rowdy. I saw a couple of people be threatened to be kicked out because they were getting too rowdy with some of the actors. And I felt really bad for the actors because they were trying to give us a good time, and then some drunks were ruining the fun. But I understand for the safety of them and the safety of the guests. But I mean, once you look through it and you can tell that none of them look like things that could cause bodily harm to someone else, I don't understand why you had to question me on every single piece that I had. But yeah, that was my experience. I would go back. I would. I would just hope that those two individuals maybe wouldn't be on shift by the time I got there. So I just had a fun day. I got to learn some really cool ins and outs about business things that I didn't even know were a thing. And I got to hang out with the cutest little baby alive. I didn't want to film because one, there was a lot of really cool talk that was, from what I was told, on the down low, and also the baby was climbing, and I have those cool color spokes, but the edges are sharp, so I had to make sure that she didn't hurt her little fingers.
Okay, I don't like this conversation or this person, but I feel like I'm hiding it pretty well, though, thank God.
We drop on November 2nd. Okay.
So then maybe
Oh my
you're
goodness.
gonna do Valentine's. I'll do March. Do you want to? Okay, I'm gonna do a video of everyone. Ready?
So the human centipede, you'll have to send me this. The human centipede is about tourists who get lost. What was it, like the Netherlands or something like that?
Yeah, but like they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so they break down, and the guy offers them a place to stay for the night until the mechanic can come and fix their car. Run of the mill. So he drugs them, and they basically wake up after surgery where their mouths are stitched to the rear ends of the other two people, making a human centipede. And he also removed the tendons from their knees so they can't stand up and run away.
They're like crawl, like they're literally like crawl. No, it's an actual movie. Okay, and I have to watch it.
There's like 5 of them.
5 movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how it ends, the first one? The ending's what made me say I'm never going to watch it, like, again.
I literally have tears in my eyes.
So the ending, basically, the girl in the middle of the 3 of them is the only survivor. And it's in a basement. So the person in front of her is dead. The one behind her is dead. And she's locked in a basement, but no one knows where she is. And she's going to have to starve to death.
So good.
Happy Halloween.
It's an actual film. That's what
No.
I came up with.
Why?
I don't know, because people are
How
sick.
could somebody
It's a
think
whole
of-
genre called disturbing media. Do you want to hear what a disturbing film is about? Probably not.
No, guys, I think I'm Yes, yes, yes. We got it.
Where do we put it?
I don't know.
Where do I put the damn pumpkin?
Oh my god, I don't know. I think it's huge. I don't know. We left it for 2 weeks and I don't know what happened in my life. I actually have no idea. Maybe.
Are you here to see me off, Stell? No. I miss you too.
Hey.
Willow! It's a girl's day, Willow.
Alright. You guys.
You look hilarious. I really want a Scream movie where he has like a dog and he's like, fetch me their souls. So this is what they meant by when you move to LA, you'll do so many cool collaborations.
Collaboration is key. Just in a silly, goofy mood.
Okay, do like the little like, ah. So Chrissy put me to work today. It was a ton of fun. Oh, I hope we can get it out right when Halloween like hits. I feel like that would be great.
Yeah. Halloween kid.
I thought it was really funny. It's like a beautiful view. Oh.
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
I got the fancy seats and I had to hop across the thingies because they didn't go up. Had to hop over this. Hi, I just got home. I was sort of unpacking. My parents got me some takeout for dinner. We were sitting around talking about a lot of big plans and things like that and enjoying some iced coffees because I haven't had an iced coffee in a hot minute. But I have a funny story to share. I thought this video was over. It is not in fact over. One last thing for this very exciting trip just had to occur. So I'm sitting on the plane. I was upgraded to Spirit's big seats, really nice seats, nice and leathery. But I always sit on my wheelchair cushion that is detachable from my wheelchair. I do that so it's not lost when they're taking it down to cargo, nothing gets ruined. Just my luck, during the flight, we hear a horrendous pop sound. It sounded like a weapon had gone off. Everyone went silent because we all thought it was gonna be an attack. Even like my neighbor next to me, he turned, "Are you okay?" And I realized I had felt something at the exact moment that sound went off. It was my seat cushion. How did it pop, Lita? That's a great question. I don't know, because it was entirely deflated by the time we got home. I had to just stack up my pillows, my blankets, the stuff that I brought, just to keep myself off of the metal bar that's underneath my travel chair. Theory was the air pressure and the altitude the plane was at. Bless my neighbor's heart on the plane. He was so sweet and so helpful. He knew that I was just so stressed seeing that happen. I couldn't believe that it happened. That just doesn't happen. I'm now paranoid that this cushion, something's wrong with it because it doesn't feel right. He offered any help that he could. He's like, if it helps you, we can like hurry down and grab your big suitcase before it runs out of air, because he saw it was deflating before our eyes. And when it came time to get off the plane, he stayed with me. And he said, how can I help you get over this armrest? Because if you saw, the armrest didn't move. The flight attendant said those ones don't move at all. So he helped heave me, and I wound up on his lap. And we were both kind of sitting there going, so how's your day going? He was very, very sweet. And he helped me get down to my luggage in time. Luckily, my parents had shown up at the exact right time to get my luggage and get me in the car before I was sitting just on the middle bar. But shout out to my guy. Thank you so much for being a sweetheart and helping me out, because I didn't know what I was going to do if it had entirely deflated before I got to the car. So thank you so much for keeping me sane for those 20-30 minutes.